Picture this. It's the summer and the shelves are getting more and more stocked. What is filling them? Sunscreen. In the more recent years, diligent parents and grandparents are teaching their kids just how much of a necessity sunscreen is. So for everyone out there, this is why you need to wear sunscreen to protect your skin. According to the Skin Cancer Foundation, more people are diagnosed with skin cancer each year in the United States than all other cancers combined. The most predominant way to prevent skin cancer at the get-go is by the uses of sunscreen, hats, and other protective clothing. Sunscreen should be included in your daily morning routine. This will allow you to protect your skin from harmful rays. Another good option are hats to protect your skin because they will block your face from sunlight at all times. However, you should be cautious when using just a baseball cap because it doesn't help you prevent sun from exposing your ears or your neck. So you should use a wide brimmed hat that will cover your ears, face, and neck all at the same time. Another protective clothing would include shirts, pants, and sunglasses, all of which would be very beneficial when facing the sun. Of course, all articles of clothing are better than nothing, but Dr. Mary Stevenson recommends that if you choose to wear a UPF shirt, that you should replace it every so often. UPF shirts are only effective for about 20 to 30 washes. After that, shirts will no longer have the protective power that they once did. According to tests run by Coulee Bar CEO, the transmittance from both UVA and UVB rays were significantly lower than they would have been before. Many people do not understand the proper usage or how to apply sunscreen, and this is what causes them to get burned and get the harmful rays affecting their skin. According to Green and Williams, SPF, which stands for Sun Protection Factor, is a measure of the protection of sunscreen when it is applied uniformly to the skin at a thickness of 2 milligrams per centimeter cubed. The key word in this scenario is, of course, uniformly, and the thickness of 2 milligrams per centimeter cubed. However, not many of us actually do that because we don't understand exactly how much that is. The American Academy of Dermatology states that many people only apply 25 to 50% of the recommended amount of sunscreen, which would really explain why everyone ends up burned despite putting on sunscreen correctly. A general rule of thumb for applying sunscreen is that the average person needs approximately a shot glass full of sunscreen to cover all of their body. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm not applying a full shot glass worth of sunscreen to my entire body, which could be why I get burned more frequently than expected. The sunscreen should be applied 15 to 30 minutes before going into the sun and should be reapplied every 2 hours or per the bottle of sunscreen's instructions. Many people are confused about what makes a sunscreen so good. The answer is that any one that you will continuously use. That is a broad spectrum, SPF of 30 or higher, and water resistant. When choosing a sunscreen, people often get confused whether they need a high or low SPF. However, dermatologists recommend anything over 30 SPF because this will block about 97% of all the sun's UVB rays. As you increase the SPF, you will see that the percentages also increase. However, no SPF will guarantee you 100% blocks from UVB rays. The effects of sun exposure without proper sun gear for prolonged periods of time causes skin cancer. The sun puts off UV rays, which have shorter wavelengths than that of visible light. However, the rays are extremely harmful if you do not protect yourself properly for them. Ultraviolet A, also known as UVA, has a longer wavelength and is associated with skin aging. However, UVB, or ultraviolet B, has shorter wavelengths and is what generally causes you to burn. Exposure to UVA and UVB causes damage to the DNA within the skin and produces genetic defects that form into skin cancer. However, nowadays, there is a sunscreen or sun protection for everyone in all shapes and sizes. Creams are most beneficial for those with dry skin or for uses around the face. Gels are for more of the hairier areas like the scalp, and sticks are for around the eyes, especially to ensure that the sunscreen does not get in and burn them. Sprays are generally what everyone tends to gravitate towards during during sunscreen application due to their ease of application, especially for children. However, these raise concerns if you are not thoroughly applying the correct thickness to your entire body. So going back to what we previously said, the 2 milligrams per centimeter cube, I don't know how we're going to be hitting that with the spray. Also, it's important to note that the FDA does not currently regulate or test the spray sunscreen, so I'm sure that they are being truthful. However, the effectiveness is not technically registered by the FDA. With every sunscreen application, it is recommended that you throw on your favorite hat and UPF clothing just as extra protection. Do not fear, you can still enjoy that nice spring day walk around Railroad Park or the hot day with lemonade at the sandy beach. But think about your skin 20, 30, or 40 years from now. Protect it while you can with sunscreen, a hat, and protective clothing.